He was an enigma. Those with a more conventional sense of self could not abide him. Even for me, when he was drunk, it was impossible to comprehend such a pathetic asshole. But there wasn't a soul who wouldn't trust Roger with his life when this drunken fool sat soberly at the controls of an airplane, directing her with the flair of a maestro. Many of Roger's exploits are copied here in the book that I wrote, and I hope that somehow he knows he's there. I first met Roger in Saigon, Vietnam, when I was checking out new hires in the Twin Beach. Early in the morning, they all showed up there, and I could tell by their bearing what I was going to deal with. Those that were nervous were carefully smoothing their maps and things on their laps. And Roger was unique because he was in the back of the room, probably where he always was, in a corner. Kind of a rumpled appearance, looked like he slept in his clothes, and he probably had. But he didn't bother looking at the maps or anything else, and listened to my monologue as I got them ready for their first training flight in Vietnam. We went around to several sites and shot little landings, and each one gave everybody a chance to take a shot at it. Some were pretty shaky, but Roger, my God, he was dead on. This was nothing new to him. And we ended up the day in the late afternoon up at a site in the Central Highlands called Bom Bring. It was a special forces outfit. And when we landed in there, I could see the smoldering remains of a Huey helicopter off the side of the runway. And the lieutenant came out from the shack there and asked if I'd do him a favor and take the bodies up to Pleiku to graves registration. I agreed, sure. And I said, can you loan me a bucket? And he said, I got a smile, and he said, sure. And they brought the bodies out in bags, loaded them in the cabin, and the other crew members got in, and I sent Roger up to the cockpit to fly the airplane by himself with a bucket in the co-pilot seat. When I went back to the back of the airplane, I carefully unzipped the front part of each body bag so they wouldn't swell up as we gained altitude. But it wouldn't stop the aroma from the burnt bodies from reaching everybody. I sat down in the last seat in the back, carried a bandana with me and a small bottle of 4711 French cologne, doused that and put the bandana around my face like a bandit. We took off out of Bom Bring, and Roger did good until the top of the climb. And airflow in the cabin is always from the rear to the front, so everybody's body odor in the back gets to the people that are sitting in the cockpit. Well, the bucket became necessary for him. But he made a real nice landing in Pleiku, and everybody else, myself included, got out of the cabin, and the other trainees looked a little green. But instead of Roger going off to the side with us, no, he went back in the cabin and helped graves registration offload the body bags. This said a lot about Roger's character and feeling of responsibility. And we had many little adventures over the years. He actually ended up in Laos with me up there flying 123s. And also, he flew the Aero Commander that the President of the United States had given to the King of Laos. And he flew the king around. Roger's gone now. But he'll live in my memories forever. Thank you.